Think about how mysterious it is that you're in this situation right now, that you're a human being in this hard matter. Like, do you think that about how amazing that is? I feel like there could be magic involved with that. Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me again in this video. I really want to talk about my perspective on why art is important. It's like a physical manifestation of human expression. It's a way that people can point across without using words. And so another thing is that at a more traditional level, art can capture moments in time, but like also art can manifest visions within the creator's imagination that they want to bring to the surface. Like, you have this blank piece of canvas, paper, whatever, sculpture in front of you, and you can create whatever you want with it. Like, there's no limit to what you can do. And then once you do that, you can show that to other people and see what they think. And like, I feel like that's a beautiful thing. Creativity can be done in many different ways. It's not just like drawing on a paper and showing people. I feel like we all do creative things, and the fact that we can put it out there amongst each other and each other's feelings on it, I think that's one of the many things that makes life truly worth it. Without art, I feel like our mental intelligence would not be as high as they are now, because it's like limitless. It's like you're using a limitless medium to create things that other people can see. So it's a very powerful thing. I was hanging out with my nephew. We were watching a bunch of Disney stuff, and we watched the movie Soul. It challenged my thinking. Like, if you haven't watched that movie, please go and watch it. Call me crazy, but I feel like the concepts in that movie are like concepts in real life. Like, what I witnessed in that movie is much like very related to my views on life after death and reincarnation and spirituality and things like that, which I may go deeper into that in another video. Beautiful, amazing way to interpret something uncertain as life after death and like the universe and the mysteriousness of the universe. It captured all that through an art medium of animation, and it makes people feel a certain way. Even if you don't believe as what's going to happen when you die, when you watch that movie, you still have the opportunity to like it and like have your own opinion about it and perceive it. If you really look deeper and ask yourself questions and challenge your understanding on what you see in front of you, you'd probably be surprised of what a piece makes you feel. Looking at art affects me a lot in a positive way. It gets my mind going. It gets my mind thinking. Like, many times my art inspiration comes from other artists. Very aware that most of the time, almost all the time, art imitates real life just on an unconscious level, because we can only interpret things that we know and we experience. But I kind of want to talk about Disney and magic, and how Disney, one thing that Disney likes to portray in a lot of their movies is magic and nature. And I feel like the creators in Disney could have like special access to occult knowledge or occult information, because personally I believe in magic, but I believe that it's been like a more secretive thing because it's something that's like very powerful. And the way that magic is like such an important part of the Disney storylines within their movies and things like that, it just makes me feel as though they're very knowledgeable about that part of the supernatural world. I love watching Disney movies, and sometimes I feel like, especially the story like Soul, like I wonder if these are like real stories, because I just don't believe that a lot of these ideas and things are completely just out of someone's imagination. Like, I feel like some of these could be a part of real life experiences that are so wild and out of the ordinary that, like, if it wasn't explained in any other way other than an animation for a movie, that people would think that the person was crazy. But when you open your mind and you exit out the idea of limitation, you realize that anything is really possible if you think about it. Just think about how mysterious it is that you're in this situation right now, that you're a human being with control over limbs and body, and you're trapped in this hard matter. Like, do you think that about how amazing that is? I feel like there could be magic involved with that. I think that art can be used as a form of therapy. Like, I know for me, it has been that for me. I've been, like, growing up, I've been in situations where I felt like I could not express myself by speaking, that like if I spoke too much about how I really felt, people would get offended, and then it would mess with my peace of mind. So just hold my tongue about things that were bothering me and express it with my artwork. And because artwork is like something that is like very personal, you can make it and feel how you feel, but like you may not feel like you're getting your point across because you're making something personal and everyone else may not understand what statement you're trying to make. And so it's a form of expression, but it does not take the pain away. So I believe for me, like, it really helped me get through the pain so that I could like safely get to a point where I could look within myself and heal. And it meant a lot to me. It's very therapeutic, and it's a great way to express yourself. If you feel like there's something wrong with images or media or whatever out there in the world, you can be creative and add your personal thing of what you feel is missing through art. All things freedom, I'm just in love with the idea of like truly being free, like on a real level with no restriction. And I feel like sometimes art brings me into that world where that is possible. And yeah, I could talk all day about art, but I'm just sitting here talking to my camera, and that's a little awkward. So I think I'm gonna paint something now.
Walking down the street looking for something to eat. He got $1 in his hand, scavenging for what he can. Oh, he's homeless, but nobody knows it, 'cause we too busy focusing on what we got going on. Oh, 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 oh. That's what we say we go. Oh, oh, oh. Nobody hears him 'cause he's go. Oh, oh, oh. In the streets he's super cold. Oh, oh, oh. Looking at the people to my left and my right, they got wine on the table, yeah, they eating pretty fine. The lavish with all of the magic, got the big ass house with the beach on a spot. And I just be thinking like, why can't that be me? Me and my friends in the community. I know how it goes. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, we all get low. In the streets it's super cold. Oh, oh. like, I'm like, once in a while I trip to my own world, home with a strip down characteristics. None of this missing, no one to witness. Just said that they love me, I can tell that it meant it, but I say that I want you only if I can fit in my backpack. Get in that stack of cheese that I need, I ain't have that, so I take half that. Then I have that when I want that, and that's that. Act like you ain't never did it. Security guarded, my way of living. I'm not sinning, God is within me. If you ask me, everything should be free, free, free.